what Suhel is arguing using very strong language is that this whole fear of a language being declining or being disregarded is totally misplaced.
Arnab, look, all of us have stood up and condemned the violence. I don't think we need anybody to preach to us to condemn violence. Any violence of any sort is unacceptable. The government has failed to enforce the rule of law. The police have failed to protect people, and we have criticized them and asked them to uphold the rule of law and to protect people. Let's be clear on that. We have no disagreement with Suhel and anybody else. We can't accept violence in Bangalore or any Indian city or in any part of India. Violence is unacceptable. All of us should raise a voice. We have raised a voice. We stood up against violence, against mob violence, against hooliganism, and asked for action. And the government hopefully will take action. Some people have been arrested today. I think on that issue we have unanimity. So I don't think on that issue we should fight anymore or have Suhel say anything. The other issue is about language.
Yes.
Now we in Karnataka are of the opinion that if you have a rule that says the signboard should be in the local language and in English or any other language of your choice, we must follow that. And we've been doing it for many years. If you go to many business establishments, most of the signs are in the local language and in English. It has been there in Bangalore. We have been in Bangalore. Many business establishments have that. Some of them don't have it. There is a rule and the law. People have gone to court against that. And the court has given a verdict, High Court, that they are staying this implementation of any coercive measures against certain people who have gone to court. And the BBMP, the corporation, has given time till February 25th.
But at the broader level,
what happened with this?
At a broader level, do you feel this threat to Kannada language, this whole argument is a bit misplaced and overhyped, Mohan?
Well, Arnab, living here, born here, living here, I think the threat to the Kannada language is very real.
Real?
And I'll tell you why. Look, Arnab, we are a multi-language country where there has been a historic tradition of many languages. Each region has its own language. I think people who live in that region should respect the language. They should try to at least converse in the language. If I go to Bengal, I must learn Bengali and talk in Bengali to people, whatever I can. I must show respect to them. I think it's important. If I go to Germany, I must learn German. If I go to Japan, I must learn Japanese. If I go to China, I must learn Chinese to converse with them, but no violence. There should not be any violence. I should do it by myself without any coercion. Nobody should force me to do it. It's a mark of respect. It's a mark of showing that I belong to this community. I'm participating in this community. We're all members of society and members of a community wherever we go. I think it's a very important attribute of citizenship. There are many people in Bangalore who say with pride, I lived here 20 years. I don't speak a single word of Kannada. I find it very wrong.
Why?
As a Bangalorean, as a Kannadiga, and as an Indian, I find it very wrong that, in a multilingual country, we must learn to respect the local culture. We live in the society, and if you come from outside, you are enjoying the benefits of the hard work of the people of that society, which are entitled to. We are a free country. We can go work anywhere. But I think it's a sign of good citizenship to show respect.
So you have defined good citizenship as knowing the local language. And at that point, Suhel begins to disagree. Till this point, he had a broad agreement with you. I want to hear Suhel's response to this. Suhel.
That in itself is an erroneous argument. We are Indians first. Then we are Kannadigas, then we are Bengalis, then we are Maharashtrians. Do you really want to destroy the nation through identity politics of a linguistic nature? You know what will happen? Mohandas Pai may have a point, but you know what will happen later? Go to a restaurant and speak in English or speak in Hindi. The waiter will say, speak in Kannada, speak in Bengali. What will you do then? Someone will beat up someone. What will you do then? Some cop will not file an FIR. What will you do?
You're saying it won't stop at signages. You're saying, Suhel, it will not stop at signages.
Arnab, all Indians speak 2 or 3 languages. At least in the south, we speak 4 or 5 languages. It's very common across everybody. It is just that in some parts of the country, particularly in the north of the country, you have increasing language parochialism, where they try to push their view. For example, Government of India now sends letters only in Hindi to all the states. Hindi is not the national language. It is one of the 14 or 18 languages in Schedule 8 of the Constitution, which requires equal respect. We follow the three language formula all over India. But we have people from Delhi, some political leaders who try to trust Hindi, which people resent. It's not that we don't like Hindi. We all speak Hindi. We give bhashan in Hindi. We see Hindi movies. We can talk multiple languages. We do it freely. But we must understand, in a society, sentiments are important. We all speak different languages. Nobody will discriminate against you because you don't know.
Mohan, Suhel's rebutting you again.
আপনি তো বলবেন কি তুমি বাংলায় কথা কেন বলছো, আর আপনি আমাকে বলবেন কি তোমার কি হক যদি আমরা ইংরেজিতে প্রোগ্রাম করছি তুমি বাংলায় কেন বলছো। আপনার অবজেকশনটা ঠিক হবে, আমি ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮে ਬਾਂਗਲਾ কেন ਬੋਲবੋ। ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਾਂ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹੋਗੇ ਕਿ ਭਈ ਤੂੰ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਿਉਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ, ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਕਿਉਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ, ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਇਹ ਤੇ ਸਿਆਪਾ ਮੁੱਕੇਗਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ। Agar language has been decided to be English for this program, you follow. Number one. Number two, there are some international brands that don't want an impact on their signages. Mohan, you know this better than I do. And my last point.
Violence is wrong. Violence is wrong. Let's agree on that, okay? We're not talking about violence. Violence is wrong. All of us agree violence is very wrong.
India cannot be divided anymore on silly linguistic reasons related to signage. Then you change your education policy. You say that you must study 3 languages. You remember, Arnab, you and I had second language, but our primary language was English at that time. Change the rules. We will study. I speak 5 languages. But why should everyone have to speak 5 languages? I speak 5 languages because I like to speak the language of the person I'm communicating to. I love Bangalore. Now, can I not ask for a filter copy because I don't speak Kannada? I mean, that's ridiculous.
Of course. Of course.
But I'm saying, Mohandas,
you come to Bangalore.
These people are not going to stop at this. You know these people well. They are all your pals. They are all your best friends.
In the whole of
better
India.
than I do.
Arnab, Kannadigas are the most accommodative people and helpful people in the whole of India. I travel all across India. They're very helpful. They're very kind to us. There's a fringe group which is trying to, do many things wrong because, there is something called roll call in many parts of Karnataka, right? There are local hoodlums who try to beat up people, to force an issue, to collect money. There are many things happening, which is the failure of law and order. What happened here is a failure of law and order.
No.
I think you must understand that. We've been living peacefully.
My last point
peacefully.
here.